south. Every hood, every street are getting packed out. All across the world, we the ones they ask about. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They televise. It's a blackout. We know it does now. They try to hit us with the blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They televise. It's a blackout. We know it does now. They try to hit us with the blackout.
Next, we blessed, we the best. Revolution will be streamed on the internet. Gotta wake up, Jacob, here to do nothing less. Princes of the power back, God in the flesh.
This is man, this is God in complete control. Go to remote areas to try to reach the soul. Fake news being fake, man. The streets we made it quick. The army exceeding great, man. You should have seen their face. It's a blackout. Yeah, it's a blackout when them blacks out. And we ain't even bring the max out. Every hood, every street are getting packed out. All across the world, we the ones they ask about. It's a blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They televise. It's a blackout. We know it does now. They try to hit us with the blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They televise. It's a blackout. We know it does now. They try to hit us with the blackout.
Your activism needs to be about keeping these commandments.
This is not what I expected out of them. The true Bible, the book of our fathers.
Right. The Most High has given us guidance on what we need to do.
Talk to Eli. Talk to Nashon. Talk to Iuic.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all had a blessed week, a prosperous week, a healthy week. Glad to see y'all, and hope you're glad to see us here at the Bible, the book of our fathers, okay? All praise to the Most High. So we got a class for you today. All praise to the Most High. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to recap, not so much recap, but we're going to go back into a title that we had back probably a couple radio shows ago. Yeah, maybe a couple weeks ago, okay?
About 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago, exactly. The greatest nation on earth, okay? The greatest nation on earth, the Israelites, okay? Let's talk about true black history, okay? Some of y'all may say, well, we just got done with Black History Month. We trying to get ready for St. Patrick's Day now. I beg to differ. You better get your mind right. I'm telling you now, because we don't roll like that, all right? But before we go into it and we get crunk up here, we're going to go ahead and let me introduce my cast. To my right here, I got
Shalom, Israel. Also, Iuic.
Shalom, Israel. Also, Nashon.
Shalom, Most High Christ bless. Officer Iuic.
all praises. So as y'all see, we got the men on deck here, and we ready to roll with this history, okay? Because the Bible, the book of our fathers, is our black history. And it don't just last, and it haven't just lasted for no 28 days, okay? It ain't just last no 1 month out of the year, all right? No. This history goes way back, okay?
That's right.
Like it used to be old DJ used to come on, you know, we're going to go way back.
Right.
Back in the time, you know. He start throwing them old slow jams and all them. Yeah, you know, y'all know how we used to do. But I know we're getting started up already, so I hope y'all tune in. Listen, bring your kids, all right? Sit your kids in front of the laptop or in front of your phone or even in front of your TV. We want them to learn some history, okay? We want them to learn some history about their history, something they're not going to be taught in their very own schools. Okay. Deacon Yalsab, he started a class on last Sabbath, and he didn't get into it like he wanted to because of the sake of time, but he stirred it up. I'm telling you the truth. He really stirred it up because he was dealing on the importance. I see, the man in the booth back there, he already shaking his head. Yeah, because he know Deacon Yalsab was bringing some fire, but y'all wait. When he come back, he going to bring something even more than your mind probably have never even comprehended, according to our black history and how we have progressed or tried to progress, but always find ourselves, especially here in Babylon the Great, America, degressing. Okay, but before we do that, let's go ahead and get this disclaimer out the way. Officer Nashawn, please.
Yes, sir. Israel United in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1.
All praise to the Most High. So we just want to get that out the way. Y'all understand that there again, we're not a hate group. We are a truth group, though. We will bring forth truth, whether you like it or not, okay? Whether you will hear it or forbear, we're going to bring out the truth according to the Bible, the book of our fathers, okay? Right. Most of y'all got Bibles up on your shelf and maybe beside you, and they have them in the hotel rooms right there on the lamp stand, in the drawer. If you in there right now, you might want to pull it out, okay?
Open that thing.
And I hope it ain't just the NIV, okay? I hope it ain't just the New Testament, in other words, some old put together book. No, we coming out of the King James Version. That's exactly right, because that's where your history lies, all right? So we got the disclaimer out the way. So let's start with John 8:32. Let's start with John 8:32. Let's start it off with that right there. There again, we're speaking about the greatest nation on earth, the true Israelites, okay? So let's talk about black history again, part 2. All praises.
John chapter 8, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Say that one more time. Read that one more time. Maybe they didn't mark that down in their books with the yellow highlighter. Read that to them one more time.
John chapter 8, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall make you free. All praise the Most High God. So what we're going into, brothers and sisters and young children, I hope y'all got them there to tune in. We wanted to deal with a lot of our history, a lot of things that we don't know about ourselves, and definitely will not learn in the school system. They won't teach us about ourselves, other than we came over here in slavery.
Right.
Okay.
Try to make it seem like our history start from slavery.
Exactly.
Like that's the beginning of our greatness.
Exactly right. They make it seem as though we was running around in the jungles of Africa, wearing a diaper, a bone in our nose, a plate in our lip, a spear in our hand,
butt naked.
Yeah, some of us butt naked, and speaking some old crazy language, ooga booga, and jumping up and down, having fits. No, that's not who we are. That's not who we be. We're the greatest nation on the face of this earth. We're the Israelites. Okay, so
that's right.
We're gonna kill these lies and all these distorted what you call them
fantasies,
fables, and that's right, and fantasies. Okay, they put these things on the Tarzan movies. Like Tarzan the man. Okay, they should have whooped Tarzan tail out there.
Right.
Tarzan, on him mercy.
And that goes into the self-esteem of our people too.
Yeah,
when they constantly showing that, like, we came from the jungle, weren't wearing no clothes. Right. You don't know you come from greatness, so you don't aspire to be great.
Exactly. We don't aspire to be great. We get into the schools, and it starts at kindergarten one of the things we was bringing out when we come into the school. Most kids, they're excited. You get them hyped up, and they, like Deacon Yalsop would say, these kids, we've been there. Think about it. Y'all that's watching, relate to what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You was excited. You got them new shoes, them school clothes. You ready to go learn. Your mama was always encouraging, telling you a smart boy. You a smart young girl, and you already knew your colors, some of your numbers already. You was ready to go do your thing, Then you get into school, and then you look around, and all you see, is idolatry on the walls, and you next thing you know, you painting old 3-leaf clover. Right. That's what they're gonna be doing coming this month. Painting 3-leaf shamrocks and 3-leaf clover. Old what's the old Lucky Charms guy? Old leprechauns. You gonna be. That's what's gonna be going in their head this month. Okay, last month it was some old Cupid and shooting old fat baby with an arrow and Valentine. Will you be my Valentine?
Do you remember when back in elementary where we used to give out the Valentine candy?
Oh man, what you talking about?
Those little hearts.
You better have some candy in my card.
But it was crafty behind this stuff.
That's exactly right.
Taught us to keep us in the midst of sin and to worship their God.
That's exactly
They knew exactly
right.
what they was doing.
That's exactly right. So we're gonna go from March, then we're gonna go into April.
Every month it was something.
Yeah, every month it's gonna be something.
Just keep them.
We're gonna leave right out St. Patrick's Day. You don't wear green, I'm gonna pinch you. Okay. Then it's gonna be a fight break out. We know the nigga mentality or the Negro mentality. Excuse me, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be fights, kids. Somebody gonna get suspended, and most time it's gonna be that young black man. Okay, or that young black girl, okay, because they losing interest in everything else. Like you said, they've separated us from our God from the very start of kindergarten. Next thing you know, by the first, second, third grade, we start losing interest. Our attention span is not there no more.
All that garbage we learning.
All that garbage we learn. Next thing you know, we dying boiled eggs. Talking about eating chocolate bunnies. And talking about Christ risen, on Sunday. We get twisted up,
Going through the bushes looking for eggs.
Going through the bush doing the Easter egg hunt, I hope y'all keep staying the spirit now. We talking about this. Don't get all happy and ecstatic and get out your mind all of a sudden, talking about dying some eggs. You better make some doubled eggs, sit back and eat them things and enjoy them. Get in the right spirit, okay? Next thing you know, we go from April, and then we go into May. I ain't missing the money. I'm just making sure I stay on point.
You're right.
Okay, then we're going to May. Now it's Mother's Day. Then next thing you know, okay, we got to make sure we take Mama out to eat and just blatantly worship Mama. That's true what it is. Now the Bible tells us to honor our mother, our father, and our mother. Let me see. We about switched the roles there, didn't we? See, that's a tactic of Esau too, and I'm gonna show you that in what we're gonna bring out, especially in in the making of a slave. Oh, okay, he's switching the roles. Okay, but it said honor our father and mother. So there in May, the next thing you know, here we come into June. June a little quieter than May because that's when old Father's Day come. Father don't get too much play. You know what I'm saying? He don't get too much honor. But that's what they do. Okay. Then next thing you know, we're in July. Okay. July, now we popping firecrackers and about to blow our fingers off and shooting guns, killing one another, drinking plenty of cookout sodas and, and eating, abominable foods, and Negroes get drunk and fighting and mess around and turn the grill over, mess all the food up for everybody. Talking about it's 4th of July, throw on American flag, dress all up, get G'd up for the 4th of July, where you were still in slavery at that time. Okay. So that's July. Then we get to August. Okay. Now I'm a little stuck at August, but I know it's something in there. Y'all know
some idolatry in there.
It's some idolatry in there. You best believe. Just the name of August itself, it's idolatry.
It's the month. The months of idolatry.
Everywhere you look, it's all wrapped around us. Okay. Then we got August, September. Okay. What goes on? We got the Memorial Day or Labor Day, something that they keep. They let the school kids out of school. One of them President Days is coming up. Okay. Then we got September. We got October. Okay, we already know what that is, you know. Trick or treating and carrying on, dressing up in idolatry, you know. Then after that, then is the slaughter of our brothers, but they don't know that. Y'all don't know that, okay, because you don't read your history. You don't know that. Next thing you in November, talking about Thanksgiving, okay. Family come together, and y'all don't come together no other time of the year. Y'all don't follow Zephaniah 2:1 no other time of the year until Thanksgiving come around, or it's been a death in the family, you know, or maybe back in July, some of you might have come around, you know, try to put a cookout together. Then after that, what we run into? Next thing you know, it is December. Okay, here we go. Okay, Santa Claus and you know Christ is born. All them lies. That be coming for. Then you right back in January again. Here it is.
Janus worship. Janus
worship. Right here you're talking about the New Year and the dead of winter, the cold. So I know I ran through all that, but I'm just trying to show y'all, and I hope these kids and y'all teaching and showing these kids this is the type of captivity that we've been in and that we have continued to allow our minds to be consumed in. But we got to come out of that, brothers and sisters, okay? Your history is right here in this Bible right here, the King James Version Bible, the book of our fathers, okay? All our high holy days and how we supposed to keep them. Matter of fact, we got the Passover that's coming up soon. Hope we see y'all. Yes, all praise the Most High. The Passover, okay? The biblical Passover. I didn't say Easter, okay?
Right.
So,
hey, Cap, real quick before you leave all that, you mentioned you went through all of those months.
I did.
Where our kids they gotta color something every month.
Yes.
Whether it be a heart, an egg.
Yes.
What'd you say
What'd
you say the three-leaf clover?
Yeah, four-leaf clover. Yeah.
Can we get 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 40? Start at verse 41.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 41.
And this is something that happens and every time Israel goes into captivity.
Right.
Guess what? We have to learn their culture. Yes. We have to learn their history. And believe it or not, that's what's going on today.
Right.
That's what's going on in America. Our people are learning their culture, their history.
Right.
We're not being taught ours. 1619, that's when we started. What?
Right, exactly.
That's crazy. But go ahead and read that.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 41.
Right.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
That's what Captain Soraya was just bringing out, that we shall all be one people. Read on.
And everyone should leave his laws.
So now we're going to leave and forget. When they say leave, they're talking about forget.
Right.
Out of your remembrance. You completely been destroyed in this captivity. And guess what? You're going to learn from your kids on up. You're going to learn their history and their culture.
Right.
Until it's no more in your remembrance. Read that part again.
And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right. And all of us shall leave our laws. Just like, again, Cap was bringing up Passover. Our people, we mentioned Passover to our people that's not repentant. They don't know what we talking about.
Right.
They have no idea what we're talking about. They have completely been destroyed from their own history. I'm going to leave it off at that. That's
you sure?
I mean, you keep going.
You got something? Go ahead. Go ahead, also.
Okay, let me get Jeremiah. I want to back you up also, Nashan. Let's get Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So, being that we are in our enemy's land, okay, they have discontinued us from our heritage that who gave us?
That I gave thee.
That the Lord gave us. So therefore, it's just like we were just bringing out, we following, we in the midst of idolatry. Okay, we following all these wicked holidays that these oppressor has given us. That's all we know.
Right.
Okay, you know, it's like they trained you, brought you up to follow their days, and they knew the secrets, so they knew they had to keep us in idolatry. Okay, read it from the top again.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So for our rebelliousness, the Most High, he took his heritage from us. Okay, and allowed our oppressors to lead us. Read on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So now we in their land. Now we think it's okay to follow them and follow their ways, follow their wicked holidays. Read on.
Hey.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish.
Read on.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Until we repent, we gonna be in this madness. We're gonna be in this madness under our oppressors. That's it.
Hey, they trained us real good, just like you said.
Yeah.
Also, go back. My bad. It was a
Bring it
couple
out,
more.
man.
I'm just reading down. There's a couple more in there. Go to verse 43.
Verse 43
Uh-huh.
of 1 Maccabees chapter 1.
I thought you might want it.
Nah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, praise.
Go ahead, bring that out.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
That's what also was just saying. They trained us up real nice in captivity, right here in the good old America. They
Yeah.
trained us. They trained their slaves well. You're gonna learn everything about us and nothing about you. Read it again.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
And because they started from an early age, we have completely forgotten who we are. And now we consented to their ways. Now when those months come up and those days come up, we over there, we ready to celebrate. Just
Right.
like you said, Kat, we got the
Right.
flag on.
Yep.
We got the firecrackers. We got whatever
Yep.
it takes. We got the tree.
Got meat on the grill.
We got meat
Yep.
on the grill. We got the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
It's madness.
Right.
Go ahead, read on.
And sacrificed unto idols.
And sacrifice unto idols, sacrificing unto that tree, sacrificing unto that turkey, sacrificing unto eggs, rabbits that lay eggs. It's madness. Read on.
Yeah, man.
And profaned the Sabbath.
And we have completely forgotten the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's Sabbath.
You're exactly right. I hope y'all have been paying attention to that. Y'all hear the officers bringing them scriptures right out and hitting it right on the point, okay? And we still talking about the greatest nation on earth.
Right.
The true Israelites. That's right, okay? So let's talk about Black history, because Black History Month is not over, okay?
Right.
We continue to make history to this very day, okay? Matter of fact, as you read and study your Bible, that you will see that this history is constantly fulfilling itself day by day,
That's right.
okay? The Most High, he's the author, okay? He's the author of all things, okay? He's the one that's orchestrating everything that has been, that will be, and that's going to be, okay? So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. Hope your children, you got your children, because we're going to bring some things out that they need to know, okay? All praise the Most High. So, hey, let's go to, let's go ahead and let's pull this book up. So, the Babylon the Timbuktu, okay? Let them see the cover.
Yes, sir.
I want to show them that first, all right? So when we come over here, we obviously we've lost our history. Okay, the Bible tells us, according to the curses, that we was going to discontinue, and you read in Jeremiah, we was going to discontinue from our heritage, right? We was going to lose everything that we had. All right, how we eat, how we dress, our customs, our moral laws, our civil laws. Okay. Everything about us, we was going to be discontinued from it, okay? Now the Most High is pouring his spirit out upon the flesh. He's waking up the prophets, okay? Ezekiel 37:10 is unfolding, okay? Now, okay, we ain't got it all, but you best believe it's starting to roll, and it's starting to roll a lot faster than it was, 20, 30 years ago. Right. This thing is rolling a lot faster, okay? Let them see this book here. Okay. It says From Babylon to Timbuktu. Okay. If you don't have this book, you might want to get it. Okay. A history of ancient black races. Okay. Including the black Hebrews. Okay. There again, AKA the Israelites, the greatest nation on the face of this earth. That's what we're talking about. And this book is by Rudolph R. Windsor. Okay. All praise been some few years ago. I hope he's doing well and in good health. But we got a chance to meet Mr. Windsor. Okay. I don't even know if I got him to sign my book or not, but I know I did get a picture with him. All praise the Most High. But there again, all praise the Most High. He himself, did research and studies. So, and you're going to see what we bring out. It lines up. A lot of it lines up with the Bible. Okay, so let's go inside of it. That's So you think we just came over here on slave ships, like I said? You think we just ran around in Africa, came over here, got captured, ran over here, and got brought over here in slave ships, and then we come over here and we didn't know nothing.
Our own people sold us. like the little story they always tell us. Yeah.
Right, they tell you your own people sold you.
People sold you. When you think about it, it don't even make no sense.
It don't even make sense because it just told you on the book, say a history of ancient black races, including something, I mean they all together, okay, including the black Hebrews, okay, which today we definitely know who we are. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We are not no Africans, okay. So let's there again, what I was saying was, you think we come over here, we didn't have no skills, we didn't know anything, that Master had to teach us everything. Master had to whoop our back, give us a name and give us a haircut and shave our face. We couldn't do nothing for ourselves. Couldn't clean ourselves. We just couldn't do nothing. That's where they make you think we were, okay? And now we some of our people walk around now think they something. Got a little piece of job, a little money in the bank, a little house, a little car, and they think, I'm American. I'm an African American, born American. I'm gonna die American.
In other words, they had to civilize us. Huh?
They civilized us.
They had to.
Right. That's
the way they make it seem.
Right. That's the way they make it seem. Yeah. But no. You're greater than that, brothers and sisters. You're greater than that. You're one of the greatest people on the face of the earth. Okay. Why I say that? Because the Most High himself said it in Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. Okay. When I first read that, I loved to hear that thing there, man, because that separated me already above where my mind could even fathom to go compared to what I saw in the midst and amongst my people. Okay. You want to read that, Larkin? Go ahead and read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Yes, he did.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, somebody might be first time watching, first time heard that. Yep, look it up. Tell them what scripture that is again. They see it on the screen, but tell them, because they might get blurry in the eyes, like they don't see it.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Yeah.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We going to little cities and towns right here in North Carolina, man. Just last week, right up there in a little convenience store. And, man, we read that scripture. We brought up scripture about Christ. Some of them ain't never even heard that, man. And talking about, yeah, I'm a Christian. Yeah, I know that Bible. They ain't never even heard that, man.
Blew their mind.
Blew their mind. It sure did.
God, so, they never even heard it, and they can't even believe it.
Haven't even been taught it.
Right. They can't even believe something like that. When you tell them something like that, they're like, they can't even get with it. They're like, me above the white man.
That was in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Right. Then you got to take somebody over there and let them read along with it and show them that you ain't lying to them.
Right.
But they literally think we lying to them. Okay. That's not the case. We are our greatest nation on the face of this earth. All right. Let's put this over here. Let's show you what type of people we were and still are today. Just don't know it. Okay. We all have gifts and talents in us that hadn't even come forth yet. Okay. And when a lot of it, when it did come forth, your master, he snatched it from you.
Intellectual property.
Yes, that's exactly right. He snatched it from you. And we're going to read that when we get into Babylon, the Timbuktu. Okay. But he snatched it from you and used it for his own wealth and benefit. Okay. And then you was left with nothing. All right. But working for master,
Right. if we ain't had no skills, how can this country be raised up the way it did? If if we came over here with no skills, why is this country in the position that it's in now? That means they brought trades and different skills over here,
right?
Because they wanted the people who had those skills, and they put them on the fields to work for them. Yeah, that's why the country is flourish above
great
all the
like
other
they are.
Great like they are, because they already had those skills.
Right,
it don't make no sense if you bring some people who unskilled.
Right.
And
you saw it.
Yeah, I mean, how is it gonna work?
Right, it don't make no sense. You got something like you gonna say?
You mentioned a moment ago that they portray themselves to be the ones that civilized us, but I saw an article recently with Serena Williams. She married an Edomite man.
Oh boy.
And he was saying to the interviewer that Serena actually taught him what a washcloth
rag.
was.
Yeah.
And he didn't never been familiar with that concept of having a washcloth before.
Oh man, I do remember seeing it. What you got, Nation?
All bar.
Yeah, just all
they
bar.
They don't use no rag.
Just
straight
all bar.
Come on,
Lord
man.
have mercy.
Come
man.
back the next day, bar.
Right. It's crazy. Lord have mercy. Put that over here. Let's show them something here. And this is
From Babylon to Timbuktu.
That's right.
Page 84.
All praise. Start right there where the highlighted part is.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
Now, where would we read that at in the Bible? Is that in the Bible? Yes, it is in the Bible. It is in the Bible. Give me Matthew's, what's that, 24 and 15. Christ, it's in red writing. Christ himself spoke about this atrocity right here that was happening to our people. We was in Jerusalem. Yes, brothers and sisters, we was in our own land. Okay? We were in our own land. All right?
You want the one in Luke, too?
You got one in Luke,
Yeah.
and you got
okay,
one.
You want that one?
Yeah, you either one. Mark,
Okay.
you got it in Mark 15. I'm sorry, 24 and 15. You got it in you got it in Matthew 24 and 15. You got it in Mark.
Read that one in Matthew first.
Okay.
Then we'll hit that one.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand.
And this goes all the way back to even Daniel the prophet prophesying that this was going to happen to us. Okay? Read on.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Why should they flee in the mountain? It's telling you right, but we just showed you right there. We're going to show you more. Okay?
Pompey.
The Roman armies.
Vespasian.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Esau.
right. That's right. Exactly. Okay? To put an end to the Jewish, they say Jewish, but the Jew state of Jerusalem, okay, in our land. Read on.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
You see this stuff happening, coming. Ain't no need coming down. You better get on out of here. Don't come and try to get nothing out the house. Don't come try. Man, I gotta get my jacket.
Believe
I left my lunch bag in there. You better get on out of here. Read on.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Yeah, I just said that. Read on.
And woe unto them that are with child.
Destruction. Woe. When you hear that word woe, that means destruction unto him, to the mothers that have what?
That are with child.
That are with child. That's how bad it is. They don't even care if you got child. Read on.
And to them that give suck in those days.
Even if the baby's on the breast, you giving them milk, you feeding them, okay? Little infants, even being breastfed, not just talking about the pregnant one, but the one that don't gave birth, feeding the child. Read on.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Because during that time, that's the day we would be resting,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, relaxing.
Right.
We wasn't out there toiling and fighting and scrapping and carrying on. No, it was a day of rest. So that'd be the opportune time to
Come get 'em.
come and get us, attack them, attack them on a day of such.
And they knew.
Yeah, they knew. They studied us. They knew. And they still do the same thing today. Go ahead, officer.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Lord have mercy.
No, nor ever shall be.
And you talking about the Holocaust. Man.
Hey, also, let me ask you real quick. You said they knew to attack us on the Sabbath. Is that what you said?
Right.
I said that because I was watching this show called Viking, and they
Okay.
were doing the same thing when they would cross the waters. The Vikings, when they would cross the waters and they wanted to conquer something, they would wait until their Sunday, the Christian Sunday, so-called Christian Sunday, to attack them because they knew they would be in there worshiping.
Yeah.
So that's heavy that you
They
brought
just
that.
put a little spin on it.
Right. That's just
Catch-
heavy that you brought that out.
Catch them with the guards down, in other words. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. Go ahead, Alak. Was you done with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all praise. So let's go back to there again. Babylon Timbuktu. We just read it out of the Bible, the history. And Officer, did you want to pull
Yeah, let
one
me
up?
get that one because it had a little bit more to it.
Okay, please. We're
one
gonna
in
take it a little bit in depth, okay? Out of the book of Luke. All right.
Luke chapter 21, verse 20.
So this is going into the same thing Cap just brought out, but just another aspect of it. Read on.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Yeah, that's what we just read about, the desolation. Read on.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Okay, I just want a certain part. Jump down to 24. That's because it's basically saying the same thing.
Verse
But I
24.
want to add this to it.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Okay.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the
So it
Gentiles.
said we're going to be led away into all nations. Okay. All nations. So Israel's in all nations as slaves.
Right.
He said we shall be led away captives into all nations. And Jerusalem shall what?
Be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So until the time of the Gentile being fulfilled is when Christ return.
Right.
Okay. And bring back God's
wrath.
Wrath, you know, to
Judgment.
God's kingdom come on earth. So that means up until that time that the Gentiles gonna be trodden down Jerusalem.
That's
so
right.
They let you know the
And
Gentiles
they
in
doing it
that
today
land
still
now.
like
yeah.
that. Still today, them the Gentiles over there in our land today, because
Right.
you're not even in your own land.
Right.
You're not in the land of Negro, colored.
Because Christ ain't
African-American.
returned.
No.
So
right.
the Bible say, if you believe the Bible said that the Gentiles gonna be trodden down Jerusalem. So
So you don't have your history. You're not
Right.
in your own land. And that's why we here right now. That's why the prophets are back to bring it back to your remembrance
Right.
through the Bible.
Right.
So that's why y'all got to take heed, man. Learn these scriptures. Learn your
Yes.
history. That's exactly what it is. It's your
Yes.
history. Learn that thing because it's
Yes.
been taken away from us.
Exactly, because
Oh, praise
we're gonna come back. I ain't lost my place yet. We still on the Babylon 10:2. We just bringing the history out the Bible. Okay, we lining everything up for y'all, brothers and sisters. Okay, just right quick, post that picture that Locke and posted last. Okay, this is why it takes even more of how we need to move forward and learn and teach our children. Okay. And learn ourselves, because we ourselves, I've been stunned, okay? I've been stunned and misguided and not educated to the level that I should have been, you know, knowing about my history. I'm getting there now, praise the Most High, you know. So, yes, that's it right there. Now, when you look at that, don't just look at it and say, oh, okay, they hiding him. Okay, he got to stand up on his tiptoes. Okay, it says we don't have the same advantages. As you see, they got an advantage because they're a little high up on the chalkboard. Am I right? Okay, you see them. The girl, she got books stacked up there, and the other Caucasian look like on the other books, he stacked up even a little higher.
Oh, ginger.
Yeah. So, but here we is, you know, we got on our Chuck Taylors that we ain't even them Chuck Taylors, Nation. I know you looked at like, what the hell Cap talking about? Yeah, them Chuck Taylors. I see the star on the side.
So them Chucks right
Yeah,
there.
them Chucks right there. They ain't even in your name. You see what I'm saying?
This picture is really a parable. Those books,
Yeah, right.
Those books that they're standing on represent generational wealth that we reaped for them during the time of the transatlantic slave trade, and economic and mental stability from not having been traumatized the way that we had been in the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And look at the way that he has been able. Look at what they're drawing versus what he's drawing.
That's what I like.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
They drawing punk stars. He got
Right.
the whole galaxy, the whole solar system.
Right. So the young kid has a mind to learn and see above even his own against the above the Gentile nations
with the advantages that he don't have.
With the advantage he does not have. You're exactly right.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
get a scripture, Captain?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I get Daniel chapter 1, verse 4? Because I don't want to divert, and we're not going to. I'm right on topic. The way that this brother is demonstrating his intellectual ability without any of the resources that the other nations have been able to pull from us or get from our free work.
Right.
He's still able to create things and invent things and show forth a demonstration of brilliance, unlike the other nations are able to, even with them same resources that we lack.
Right.
Can you read that for me, officer?
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 4. Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored, and skillful in all wisdom.
Wow.
And cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, in whom they might teach the learning in the tongue of the Chaldeans.
So the king of Babylon, he was looking for children with what? Cunning and knowledge and understanding and science and the ability to stand in the king's place. I mean, well put together, well mannered, very educated, right? So can you jump down to verse 19? So who is these people that he found? So he was looking throughout all the countries to find these people. But what people specifically did he find that meet these requirements of having all these things?
Oh boy.
Verse 19.
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 19. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king.
So them are the Hebrew boys that we know of. So out of all the people that he was looking for in all these lands, none stood before him as upright as these Hebrews.
Right.
These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And they were able to have all these things, the knowledge of science, the cunning engineering skills, the understanding of language, and so forth. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the musicians and astrologers, and were in all his realm.
That were in a whole realm of and he was over the earth at this point. He was the ruling power. They even took us. So put the picture back up on the screen and read that verse 20 for me one more time.
And I noticed he said magicians, right?
Magicians.
Right, magicians. So when you see that, there's a lot of magicians here in America. There's a lot of magicians. It's going on today. I call it witchcraft. Okay, that's what it is. Witchcraft. That's what it is. Go ahead.
Can you read verse 20 for me one more time while the picture's up? People, look at the picture and listen to the scripture. Look.
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 20. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the musicians and astrologers that were all in his realm.
All right, Cap.
Wow, that's some good stuff, bro.
Hey, and who gave that knowledge to him? The Most High gave it.
That's right.
I got some. I want to bag. I want to bag.
You about to fill your grape, ain't it?
Yeah, you about to fill my grape. Let me get that First Chronicle 17 and.
Oh no, you going somewhere else?
21.
Oh, praise.
First
No. Yeah, that's the point. I didn't want to miss the point.
There you go.
First Chronicles chapter 17 and verse 21.
I want to bag up with also Eliakim was bringing out.
Yeah.
Okay, what nation is like us? Read that.
First Chronicles chapter 17 verse 21. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel?
So it ain't nobody else like Israel. You're gonna tell the difference amongst Israel and amongst the other nations that's on the earth. Okay, ain't no nation like Israel. Okay, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Read on.
Whom God went to redeem to be his own people.
So the Most High redeemed us out of our captivity. Read on.
To make thee a name of greatness and terribleness by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt.
And that goes into Officer Nashan's point. Okay, where do we get that greatness from? We got that greatness from the Most High. Right. Okay, the Most High, we are the children of the Most High. He put that spirit on us. Okay, so we excel. We're going to excel at everything we do. If we set our mind to something, we're going to excel at it. Okay.
Right. No matter the setbacks like you see in this picture. They standing high on those books.
Right.
Yes.
They got the advantage. They got the head start.
Right.
But he's still doing better than them. He destroying them.
Yes.
Can we get Baruch chapter 3 and verse 30? Start at 35. 35 and 36 what I want, and I'll be done, Cap.
No, hey, listen, we bringing that word out. Brothers and sisters, I hope y'all are paying attention because I'm sizzling over here just listening to it because we're talking about our children. We're talking about the greatest nation on the face of this earth. What happened to us as a nation, okay? A nation, it starts with a mother. It starts with a father. And if they come together in agreement, then it brings forth what? Children, okay? Which in turn brings forth nation building.
Right,
so you in the spirit, bro. The future. That's right. Keep it going.
So let's go to Baruch chapter 3 and verse 35. Start at 35.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 35. This is our God.
This is our God. That I don't want to go ahead, read on. This is our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the God of the Israelites. Read on.
And there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him.
So there's no other God like him. There's no God that can come near him. He's the only God, the one true God. Read on.
He hath found out all the way of knowledge,
And he has all the ways of knowledge, our God. Read on.
and hath given it unto Jacob his servant.
And have, guess what you see in that picture? He has given it to Jacob, his servant. He gave Jacob all the knowledge of the world, whether it be science, whether it be math, whether it be architect, drawing. It doesn't matter what it is. He gave all that knowledge to us. Read on.
And to Israel his beloved.
And to Israel his beloved. This is why you have to jump into this Bible and read your own history, because we're not being taught that in the curriculums of these schools. We're only being taught their culture.
Right.
We're not being taught ours. And if you don't read your Bible, you would never know this.
Right.
If you didn't have someone teach you that you are the Israelites and this Bible's talking about you, you would never have that self-esteem about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always be following them.
Right.
You'll always
Exalting them.
Exalting them.
Yep.
Be one step behind them. Trying to
Right.
catch up to them. Trying to catch up to the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
It's high time that we wake up out of that mentality. It's
Right.
time to surpass them. We better than them because the Most High God said we better than them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Bring it
And
out.
there again, we talking about the greatest nation on the face of the earth. That's right. The true Israelites, brothers and sisters. I hope you're hearing these scriptures. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 7:12. Let me hit Wisdom of Solomon 7:12. And we coming back. We ain't forgot about the Babylon Timbuktu. We gonna show you some things, brothers and sisters.
Wisdom-
Okay, we ain't, a lot of times we out there teaching them, and they see us with books in our hands and Bibles, and we tell them, no, we ain't your average dumb Negroes. We read now, we study, we research, and they're astounded. Where you learn all this from? How you know this? Got one of the brothers on the job, and he told me the lady he was doing the job for, he trying to get the job done. She out there constantly asking him questions. And he said, well, ma'am, I don't mind asking you questions. He said, but let me keep working too, cause she realized that he got the wisdom and the knowledge that, she's longing for, and turned around and ended up coming to the school. All praise to the Most High to learn more, He shared that with me today. So there again, brothers and sisters, we are the greatest people on the face of the earth. We just got to get in the right book, okay, and get the right understanding of who and what we are and what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, go ahead, officer.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them. And I knew not that she was the mother of them.
Okay, that's where I was at 7 and read on.
Verse
Where I'm at.
Verse 13.
Wisdom of Solomon,
Wisdom
7
of
and 17,
Solomon.
right?
Oh, you want 7 and 17?
Yeah, 7 and 17. I'm sorry.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made.
Put the picture back up of the kid again. Put the picture back up of the kid again. I hear you, Issachar. Oh, y'all know Issachar. He don't throw me old bone. Yeah, he burning our phones up.
He over
on
here
fire.
texting
Yeah, we're gonna give you a little shine. We're gonna give our Northern King brother a little shine. All praise the Most High. He in the spirit. Yeah. So read that. Why they got the picture up? Read that again.
For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made.
Notice who the Most High giving it to. The kid that's right there in the very middle that ain't got the advantages like everybody else. The low, the spies. Okay, read on.
And the operation of the elements.
He's working on that chalkboard pretty good with the operation of the elements. Read on.
The beginning, ending, and midst of the times.
Wow. Read on.
The alterations of the turning of the sun.
Oh man, look at him. The alteration of the turning of the sun.
And the change of seasons.
And the change of seasons. Read on.
The circuits of years and the positions of stars.
We hit some of that, but not on that level.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
When we talking about the months and how Esau, talking about here it is January, it's New Year's. Nah, man, we talking about the circuits of years and the position of the stars and the change of seasons. Okay, was that it?
The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts.
Oh man.
The violence of winds and the reasonings of men. The diversities of plants and the virtues of roots.
Now, where you find where you find that book from? Where you get that out of? You don't read that stuff like that often. Matter of fact, I ain't never heard it till I heard it out of this book right here, the Bible, the book of our fathers. I ain't never heard that. So that's some good stuff right there, brothers and sisters. I hope y'all paying attention. Let's go on back to our Babylon and Timbuktu. Anybody, y'all got anything here?
I'm good, okay.
All praise the Most High. So that was some good feeding right there. All praise the Most High, brothers and sisters. Okay. So we read this there again. We read it out of, also brought it out of the book of Luke. Go ahead and post it over there so they can see it. They ain't got to see me. Let them see them words on them pages. Let's read it again, starting from the top.
Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Because, see, a million of them fled into Africa, but the outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue, the ones that was left, that was probably on the housetop, ran back in the house to grab their lunch bag or grab their coat, their shoes. Okay, the ones that Christ told them. You see the abomination of desolation. You know, flee. That's what he told them. Flee to the mountains. Where's the mountains at?
Towards Africa.
That's exactly right. Okay, did not the angel tell Joseph himself, take the young lad and his mother, right? And take them into Egypt, right? Right. The same exact place. Ain't nothing changed.
And Cap, it said it said many atrocities happened. There's more of that history in the Bible.
It is.
Real quick, Deuteronomy 28, start at 52. We just read 52 and 53.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 52.
And this is the curses to do what? To identify who's the true Israelites today. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, read that.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
And he, the Roman Empire, what did it say, General?
The Roman armies under General Pompey. That's right. Titus and Vespasian.
Right. He shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
Until thy high and fenced walls come down.
Until you have been conquered. Read on.
Wherein,
the Israelites.
Wherein thou trustest. Throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
This is exactly what we reading right here in Babylon and Timbuktu. We reading this same history. All right, read on.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. These are the atrocities that they fought because they sieged our gates. There was no food coming in or out. We started to starve. So what did we do? Read that part again.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Meaning that you was going to eat your own children. That's what we were forced to do by the Roman Empire.
That's exactly right. So
that's it.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
All praise to the Most High.
Awesome.
There again.
In if you have the complete works of Flavius Josephus, he actually details that part right there. He actually witnessed it. So he wrote about that thing of us having to eat our own children because of the besiegers.
So there's more proof to what we read out of the Bible, in other words. There's more history and documentation of us as the greatest nation on the face of this earth. So this ain't just your average people, okay? Why is it why these people? Why not the other ones? Why not the Chinese? Why not the Caucasians? Why not the East Indians? Why not them? Why these particular people? Because they're the greatest people on the face. They're the greatest nation on the face of this earth. That's why. They're the greatest nation on the face of this earth. That's why.
That's right.
Yes, they God's chosen people, and they know it. Okay. Give me Psalms 83. We're coming right back to it. We're gonna work on this for a little minute.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. You want verse 1?
Let's see. Where let's go to the one. Let's cut them off from being a nation.
Verse 3.
3, okay.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
That's exactly what you see. That's the abomination of desolation. That's exactly what they did right here when you read in Babylon and Timbuktu, okay, the Roman armies of General Pompey, okay, when they captured Jerusalem. Read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of what?
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So that we be in no more remembrance. brothers and sisters, young men, young lady. They trying to cut you off that you don't even be no more in remembrance. That you come over here and you think that you are a Negro, colored, African American. Okay, that's not who you are. Okay, what else you got on that?
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They come together. They came together to accomplish this mission against the greatest people on the greatest nation on this earth, the Israelites. Let's go back to it. Let's read on through Babylon. We're getting ready to go to break here in just a second.
It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
So yes, we ran. We had to flee into Africa. Christ told us to flee. Okay, read on.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
What? Black Jewish slave? I thought the Jews were supposed to be white folks. No, they're telling you right there.
That's what they try to teach you.
That's exactly what they try to teach you. They wouldn't even give you that much, really. Okay.
You bet not say that that the Israelites is black. You bet not. Just the same way in that movie Roots, when he was trying to force the other nation's name on him.
Right.
What's your name? He kept saying Kunta. He said, nah, your name is Toby.
Exactly right.
Kept trying to force that thing on him. That's the same thing they doing here.
Exactly right. What's going on when they gag my football player there?
What was Deshaun Jackson?
Deshaun Jackson, right. They don't gag him. Shut him down.
And Nick Cannon.
Shut Nick Cannon all the way
and Nick Cannon, right. I don't even see Nick Cannon no more, do I? You know?
He's just wilding.
He is wilding, ain't he?
He
wilding out.
He wilding out.
He went out like Kunta.
He went out like Kunta, didn't he? Lord have mercy. Help us, brothers and sisters.
Oh, man.
Let's read on. We're going to take a break here shortly.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
That's what you were just bringing out, Officer. They was going to be scattered throughout the earth, okay?
Exactly.
Read on.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Wood representing what?
Christianity.
Remember that, because we're going to bring that back up. And the stone representing what?
Islam.
That's exactly right. We was in
two major captivities.
That's exactly right.
Cap,
you're right.
This Rudolph R. Windsor, he's a historian, but he put the scripture from the Bible on this history that he's seen.
That's what he done. Exactly what he done. Brothers and sisters, y'all seen it. You're ready for yourself. If you don't, you need to get this book, okay? Now, we know the price may jack up on you, but listen, we'll be right back here in about 5 minutes or less, okay? So y'all stay tuned to the Bible, the book of our fathers, all right? And happy Sabbath. We'll be right back.
The Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War. In a letter written by the British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to Lionel Walter Rothschild, Balfour expressed his support to turn the Zionist aim of establishing a Jewish state in Palestine into a reality by publicly pledging to establish a national home for the so-called Jewish people. The declaration stated, while establishing a Jewish state, nothing would be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of non-Jewish communities in Palestine. This couldn't have been further from the truth, and in what seemed like prophecy being fulfilled, actually led to war in the region. In a televised interview, when asked about peace between Arabs and Jews in the Middle East, Egyptian President Gamal Nasser stated, "You will never be able to live here in peace because you left black and came back white." The Bible says the children of Israel will be scattered to the four corners of the earth by way of captivity, and will only return to the promised land when Christ himself gathered them in the last days. Was this the fulfillment of prophecy or something else entirely?
Joel chapter 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Now the Bible says once the Israelites were scattered, they parted our land. This didn't happen to him. This only happened to our people. What does this prove? We're the Israelites the Bible speaks of.
Fight for our people and for the sanctuary. We're fighting for the hearts and minds of our people that do not yet know who they are. But we are their champions. We are their superheroes, so to speak. Believe that. We're serious. Ain't no laughter. We ain't got time for shucking and jiving. We got issues going on with the nation of Israel. Our young men are so starved for leaders. And the mother recognizes that we have no stars, that we have no leaders, that we have no superheroes. And because of that absence of an image, all kinds of psychological destruction has permeated the brains of our people.
To be honest with you, pay attention. Sons of God!
Yeah. Us against the world, what we deserve. War against our soul, it's a God we serve. Yeah. Us against the world, us against the world. Working for that kingdom come, no time to observe. Us against the world, dragging rock we heard. Ain't no stopping this, 7,000 on reserve. Yeah. Us against the world, us against the world. Us against the world, us against the world.
Us against the world, overcoming all the odds. We go for the gusto. Ain't salute to the God and the captain of the host. The ain't been cut. It's a war for your soul. Army of the living God. They fear some order. They beautiful.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Some of you might have just now tuned in. Welcome back to the Bible, the book of our fathers. Man, I just watched that video. I just watched that thing just for a little brief second before we throw the headphones back on the ears. Man, it's had old chills run down my old shoulders and down in my old arms. I say, dang, boy, it'd be nice to be out there right now. Marching out there strong with the brothers, you know what I'm saying? The greatest nation on the earth. That's right, the Israelites. Y'all just saw them right there. Y'all just saw them right there. Let me get my words together. Country boy here. Let's go back to Babylon to Timbuktu. Let's show them the cover again. And we're going to take off running just a little bit. There it is right there. From Babylon to Timbuktu. All right. If you don't have this book, then you might want to get it. Okay. From Rudolph R. Windsor. Okay. But the book that you need to definitely make sure you have is right here, this Bible, okay? Your history book, the Bible, the book of our fathers, okay? All praises to the Most High for that. Let's go back to my actual page in that particular book, Put it over there. We're going to read down, and we're going to go to page 90. We're going to shift. We're getting ready to shift gears here. Okay? Go back to the other page first. We're going to finish up that little piece, that little yellow highlighted part in the there we go. Yeah, put that over there. And I can read that last paragraph right there.
This prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68 befell the black Jews after they disobeyed the laws of God.
Mm-hmm.
Many nations transported the Jews into slavery.
They did what?
Transported the Jews into slavery.
You notice what he said? He didn't say a nation. He said many nations transported the black Jews, the Jews into slavery. That's right.
83.
We are the real Jews, brothers and sisters.
Yep.
That's right. You're a Jew. I'm a Jew. Okay. Sister, you're a Judite. I'm a Judite. We the Jews. We the Israelites.
We just read that, Captain. Psalms 83.
There it is. We just brought it out. All the nations that confederate against us. Read on.
Many nations transported the Jews into slavery, and the sons of Israel transmigrated to every continent.
To every continent? Man, it don't get no clearer than that. And you can read that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, okay? You can read it, brothers and sisters. Let's go to the next page. So now, once they got us over here, oh boy.
It begins.
It began. They took us right to the lab. You know, D say, you know, the Negro was created right in the lab. That's where they took us, right in the lab. They brought us an old test tube, take it in the lab. You know, they carried it. Be careful, don't drop that.
They just jumped off the table.
Then next day, one of them got away, jumped off the table, and got out. You know, you didn't lock the door. Why you let him out? You know. It was on then, boy. It was trouble after that.
Trouble.
It was trouble. You're exactly right. You know, he got over here and his mind was gone, demolished, wiped out. All right. But before that, this is show you how important these people are, the greatest nation on the face of this earth, the Israelites. Read that. Let them see what we read. It's in the highlighted part.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we was Africans. You mean they was black? The Africans, we know they black.
They don't say that.
Yeah, somebody telling something ain't right, I think. But we reading it. You see it with your own eyes. Keep on reading.
They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
Wait a minute, that's heavy enough right there. That's heavy enough right there. You mean we brought that over here on the slave ships? No, that got stripped from you when you came over here in them slave ships. If you even made it over here, if you didn't take a deep sea diving excursion, you know. And when I say that they got rid of us. A lot of them didn't make it. Okay, we went on. I'm just trying to be light about it, you know. We went on a water excursion, deep diving, playing with the sharks and dolphins and anything else. No, man, they was killing us. That was an atrocity.
Right, Cap, you can't be light about that thing, man.
No, it ain't nothing light about it. I just want to see what their mind is.
They chained us up together, threw a boulder over the side, and watch all of us just slide off that thing.
That's exactly right.
I mean, these people was the devil, man.
That's exactly right. So what kind of people was these that they took into captivity and they was throwing off on these boats? We're going to read it right here. Keep reading. These same people had their own culture. They had history. They had laws. Okay? Read on.
And written records with them.
With them. Read on.
This assured them a constant
precedent
for the development of a higher social organization.
Man.
Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture, the Jews were not absorbed into the population.
Allah can ask me before class, well, we're going to have any of them 10 or 12 letter words. I said, no, Allah, I wouldn't do that to you, man. If I can't read, I wouldn't put you, but daggone, we got one. I apologize.
Autochthonous population. In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes. The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people.
They were a what?
An industrious and skillful people.
They were an industrious and skillful people. That's you, brothers and sisters. That's your forefathers and foremothers, okay? That's you.
So when they came over here to work the plantations and whatever else they worked, it's showing you, they had skill.
Yes.
It's been documented.
Exactly. And we're going to show them some of that stuff. That's right. Known fact. We're going to show them some stuff. Read on. We're going to show them some of the skills that they had besides that. Read on.
In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturists, etc.
Hold on. Now, Elijah, you yourself, you're a painter. You're an artist. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. Wait a minute. We said carpenters. Can we read through that just one more time? Just through those particular those princes, governors. But just slow it down just a little bit. I wanted to sink in, brothers and sisters, to really hear what we're saying here. Okay.
What in the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors.
There were kings. Okay. In other words, leaders. Okay. Read on.
Generals. Secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents.
So you had people that treasure. You had people that was working with money. You had secretaries that organized and put these things in revenue agents. Okay, people that kept up with a lot of these things. Okay.
Right. If you had generals, that means you had armies.
You had armies.
Yeah. Right.
That's exactly right.
So that means you had soldiers.
That's right. You had governors, not governor, but governors. Okay, it wasn't just one. Okay, and this is not singular. These are plural what we're reading.
Cat, didn't you say earlier that they tried to make it seem like we just out here in the jungle just scratching around in the dirt when they picked us up? But we had all that.
Swinging from trees.
That's exactly right.
What the hell is this?
That's exactly right. So generals, secretaries, read on. You said treasurers, revenue agents, read on.
Judges.
People that had to handle moral matters, civil matters, okay? Read on. Architects, building buildings, okay? Nashawn, you work in that field yourself, okay? Yes, I used to do a little bit of that myself, okay? Brick mason, working with your hands. Man, you got to be skilled to do that stuff, okay? Read on.
Engineers,
okay? Come on, man. We ain't just no average people that you think just came over in slave ship. Read on.
Doctors.
Deacon always say what it takes to build a nation. These are the very things it takes to be in that city. Okay, to build a nation or to start a city, it takes these very attributes right here. Okay, doctors. Read on.
Historians.
That's one of the things that we definitely lost of. We lost our historians. Read on.
Language interpreters.
Lord have mercy. You mean we speak other languages? What you need a language interpreter for if you can't speak with one language?
Hey, Cap,
if you saying, I'm sorry.
No,
or you talking about ooga booga. You know what I'm saying? Who interpret for us?
Hey, back to the historians real quick. They probably killed the historians off first.
They
probably thought they were the most dangerous. If we get rid of the historians, how can they continue on in their culture?
Man, that's what they did.
Right. Because they had to make, when we read the verse, said written records. They took our records, killed them off. Said, no, these are our records now. Okay.
Because it's a known fact that they killed the older generation off.
Yeah.
And took the kids.
That's exactly right.
So those are historians.
That's exactly right. They are historians. Okay. Historians, read on. Language interpreters, what else?
Mathematicians.
I bet Issachar jumping up and down. He think he knows a little something over there, don't he? Oh, Issachar. Oh, mathematicians.
That's
okay. Right. Read on.
Jewelers.
Man, we like to wear some jewels. We asked old Larkin about his armbands over there. I ain't gonna have y'all put the camera on it, but yeah, old armbands over there. He's shining over there. That's right. Jewelers. Read on.
Sculptors.
Okay. Read on.
Masons.
There it is, Nashawn. I'm right there with you. Masons. Okay. Read on.
Carpenters.
Christ himself. He was a carpenter's son. Okay. Read on.
Painters of art.
There you go, Larkin. Read on.
Goldsmiths. Leather workers.
Goldsmith, leather workers. Got plenty of them in Israel. Read on.
Potters.
Mm-hmm.
Armorers.
Uh-huh.
Saddlers.
Man.
Blacksmith. Agriculturalist.
Yeah, we do got to eat, don't we? That's right. Read on.
Etc.
Etc. Did y'all hear that?
A lot more things.
And a lot more. That's exactly right. And a lot more. Let's see. What's the next page? Did I post another page on that? Okay. All right. So, what happened to us? Let's go to the next book. What happened to us? So, you know what you want to look for? Yeah, the Willie Lynch letter. Yeah.
Bring it out.
Here we go again. Let's ride this way.
One stone unturned.
Oh, boy, I'm trying to tell you. Let them see this book. Here we go. This is what happened when we came over here on the shores of old great America. Babylon the Great. The Willie Lynch letter. And what?
Making of a slave.
That's what happened to us. All that stuff that we just read in Babylon Timbuktu, what we were and how gifted and goldsmith and treasurers and architects and masons and carpenters, and we could go on. We could just keep going on, okay? All that was demolished when we came over here in the land of our captivity. We lost all of that, okay? Because it wasn't for our sakes anymore. It was for the use of our servants. I mean, we were the servants, and it was a use for our oppressors. That's the word I'm looking for, our oppressors. So let's go into the book, all right? Let's see. Go to that's the page I had up. Okay, yeah. So let's read that. Let's read that.
The Willie Lynch letter. The first Africans in America arrived through Jamestown, Virginia in 1619.
There again, we told you that we ain't no Africans, okay?
That's right.
But this is another people that Babylon Timbuktu just told you that we just read it even in the front of it, including the black Hebrews, the history of the ancient black races, including the black Hebrews. These were Israelites that came over here.
Can we get that out the Bible? That we're different than Africans?
Go ahead.
Israelites. Exodus 11 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. Mm-hmm. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So y'all see that right there? There's a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. All right, so Africans did not sell Africans.
Right.
They sold Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All praise. Let's read on some more.
From about 1619 to 1640, the laws throughout Europe and the Americas removed all human individuality from abducted Africans and named them.
Go ahead to the next page.
Property.
That's what we became.
Damn.
Property. Okay. All them skills that we had, it was no longer ours. We were property. All right. Property. I own you. Okay. Let's read on.
The U.S. Supreme Court and Chief Justices like Roger B. Taney ensured that the law did not protect slaves.
Oh, what about the Constitution, man? We don't get none of that.
So when we came over here with all of those skills and we portrayed those skills, we showed those skills, the laws didn't protect us, so our oppressor automatically took those things.
And you did it for him.
Right.
He did it for him.
Yeah, and they would include what you did when you were sold.
Right.
He's a damn good brick man.
Yeah. They kept a resume on you. You best believe that.
Right.
Yeah, we got old R on his back though.
Right.
Runaway.
Remember in 12 Years Slave. What was he? He was good at playing an instrument.
He played that violin.
He was at all the good functions. Come on,
bring
him in.
They made sure he was there performing.
Yeah, he was another roots filler on the roots. You remember Filler? He was old violin player, wasn't he?
Right. Yeah.
We got some old violin players in Israel.
Yep. Officer Ezekiel.
Yeah. No, you mean Joel up in New York?
Captain Joel.
Yeah, Captain Joel. That's right. All praises. We just recently seen one of the sisters down in Riverdale. She got a violin down there. Really? Yeah. Let's get back to it. Bring it back over. Let's read it out.
But imbued their white oppressors who physically, mentally, and psychologically abused them with full supremacy.
Did y'all hear that? Who physically, mentally, psychologically abuse them with full, not half, full supremacy. Read the next part.
No Negro, whether slave or free, could ever be considered a citizen of the United States.
Did you read that again? I think they might have missed that. That might have went on somebody's head.
No Negro, whether slave or free, could ever be considered a citizen of the United States.
And who said that?
The Honorable Judge wrote.
Oh, the Honorable Judge wrote. Okay. Your oppressor wrote that. As you can see, there again, brothers and sisters, no Negro, Black, Hispanic, Native American, you right there with us. Okay.
That word right there, it says, go back up.
Okay.
Okay, it said, but imbued there's white oppressors who physically, mentally, and psychologically abuse them. I just looked the word up. It means to endow them. So they was at their feet, you know what I'm saying, serving them.
Yes.
You know, basically serving them,
right.
stepping fetching for them, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they would turn around and physically, mentally, and psychologically abuse them with full supremacy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Devil.
Y'all see that? We're not going to read on down. Let's go to the next page. It's just a few things I wanted to hit in this book. We ain't going to cover the whole book, but you can go on and look this book up.
It ain't nothing you can do to make this devil like you.
No, it ain't going to happen. Look what it says at the top. It says, what again? Willie Lynch letter. What does it say? Let's do what?
Let's make a slave.
Let's make a slave. That's what they done to us. We're going to make a slave. Okay. Then it says the origin and development of a social being called what?
The Negro.
That's exactly right. It was created right here in America. Jumped off the table, ran out there. That's it. That's it. It says right there, let us. You remember what we just read? What we read in Psalms 83, right?
Said they're confederate against us. We gotta make sure that their name is no more in remembrance.
It said, that's right. Let us cut them off, that their name be in no more remembrance. There again, that same people said, let us make a slave. Okay. What do we need? Question mark. All right. First of all, we need a black nigger man and a pregnant nigger woman. What's that right there? A man and a woman. That's a building of a nation. That's a family right there. Okay. And it didn't just say a woman, but it even said a pregnant nigger woman and her baby nigger boy. It didn't say the daughter, it said nigger boy. See, it's a target after you men, whether you realize it or not. There's a target on your back, okay, on your chest constantly, okay.
Hey, Cap.
The
officer said that there's nothing you can do to make this man or this nation like you. Do you mind if I play one video real quick? It's not long.
Yeah. Long, yeah.
Hey, I just posted something, y'all. Can y'all put that video up? If it's from Facebook, so I don't know if y'all can play it or not, but if you could try.
Yeah. Is it a timestamp on
it? It's from the beginning. It's not long. It's right there. All right, go ahead, Cap.
Okay. All right. While they work out, just go ahead and put my page back over there. We're gonna read on down through there. Selma, 1968, only 51 years ago.
Yeah, because the officer said that there's nothing you can do to make them like you, and this is gonna this video, if they can play it, show an example of exactly what Officer Yeo just said.
So, no matter how much you think you a part of the United States.
No matter how much you try, they're going to always put you right back in your place to show you that you 3/5 of man, you ain't nothing compared to them. They superior to you. That's what they telling you anyway. But we telling you, and the Bible telling you contrary. Telling you that, like you read, Captain, in Deuteronomy 7:6, that you're the greatest people on the earth.
Right.
You're supposed to be above.
Right.
You're supposed to be running the world.
Right.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's something. But y'all able to get it all right? Okay, all praise the Most High. All right, brothers, sisters, take a look at this.
Follow you, and I'm not going to follow you and give you personal protection. I'm telling you, for your own benefit, you had better turn around and get out of this area. You're not going to the courthouse in a group on the condition that you come here, and I'll assure you.
So, real quick, pause it. So they want to go to the courthouse to protest, because like a regular citizen would. But he's showing him that you're not a regular citizen. You're not going to this courthouse because I said so. Go ahead, play on.
Courthouse is closed. There's no business there.
We don't want to go in the courthouse. All we want to do is go to the lawn of the courthouse, kneel in prayer, and we'll gladly return.
You take your prayers back to your church. That's the proper place to pray. I'm sure that God will hear your prayers just as well down there as He will up here, but you're not going on this courthouse alone.
Sir, whenever there are men who are in sinful conditions, prayer should be uttered wherever they are.
Then why don't you pray where you are? Go back down there and pray. You think you're lily white? You think you're not sinful?
So
go back
pause
to
it. So the young man saying, "Can I pray?" He wants to pray with him, pray for him, but again, he's like, "Hey, go to your own church and pray there."
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. Even prayer, you can't pray for him. There's nothing you can do that's going to make this man like you. He hates your guts, like it says in Ezekiel 35:5. He has a perpetual hatred for you.
Right.
All right, play on.
Right.
your church and pray.
Well, sir, can we pray together, you and I?
You do your praying. I do mine, big boy. You don't pray for me. I don't want you to pray for me.
Well, will you pray for us?
Because I don't think your prayers get above your head.
Well, will you pray for us?
No, I'm not going to pray for you.
Your prayers don't get above your head. He's saying you ain't got no God.
Man.
You ain't got nobody to pray to. Your prayers ain't going nowhere. That's the mindset that they want us to have. They want us to stay docile and just weak and effeminate. Those are the type of men that they did raise up. If you look at our culture and our young men today, they weak and effeminate, and they did a great job.
Right.
Now it's time for us to break that cycle, man.
Right.
We got to break that cycle. Kill what they talking about, man.
That's
They're not
crazy.
talking about nothing. Play on.
You better move these people out of here. Sir, trying to protect you.
Sir,
I don't have to love anybody I don't want to love.
Hey, he talking
Do
right
your
to
own
your
love.
face.
You love your little niggas. I love who I please.
do you believe in equal justice for all?
I believe in justice.
Do you believe in equal justice?
I don't believe in equal nothing. There's no two people in this world alike, and they are not equal on any terms or conditions. There's no two peas in the world alike. No two pieces of money nor nothing else.
And so are you saying that if I have a quarter and I'm black and you have a quarter and you white, then my quarter isn't as worth as much as your quarter?
That's your quarter. I'll
Is my quarter is worth?
I'll decide what my quarter is worth. You use yours and I'll use mine. Buy you a catfish sandwich and yours.
Damn.
What did he say? He said buy you a chicken sandwich?
No, he told him to buy him a catfish sandwich.
A catfish sandwich. Damn.
Man, boy, I'll tell you, we know that catfish is abominable. We ain't got no business eating that. Man, I'll tell you. Y'all heard it. Y'all, hey, Officer Nashawn brought the video out. Y'all saw it for yourself. Let's go back to the book. There again. You ain't
like
part of
that
the
today.
United States. They're right. They still like that today.
Yeah,
You're exactly
they
right.
want to be loved.
That's exactly right. So here it is. Put it over there. Let's make a slave. The origin and development of a social being called the Negro. Read on, Larkin.
The origin. Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Let us make a slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black nigger man and a pregnant nigger woman and her baby nigger boy. Second, we will use the same basic principle that we use in the breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors.
With some more sustaining factors, continual factors. Read on.
We reduce them from their natural state in nature, whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take care of their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that natural string of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state so that we may be able to get from them useful production for our business and pleasure.
See that? For our business and pleasure, going back to what you said, that we be right there at their feet, serving them. They put reign supremacy over us, that we ain't even independent no more, that we dependent. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we are, because the Bible tells us we're going to be in want of all things, okay? In thirst, in hunger, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. That's what the Bible says in Deuteronomy. Am I right? Yep. Read this one. Go ahead. Let's put that over so they can see this.
Cardinal principle for making a Negro.
Say cardinal principle. Read on.
That's like the main thing.
Yes.
That's making them.
Yes.
For fear that our future generations may not understand the principles of breaking both horses and men, we laid down the art. For if we are to sustain our basic economy, we must break both of the beasts together.
You hear what he just said? Sustain our basic, just the basic economy. That's why I say here in America, man, we shut down a lot of stuff. We keeping these old pagan holidays. We will shut down just their basic economy. Okay, read on.
The nigger and the horse. We understand that short-range planning in economics results in periodic economic chaos, so that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long-range comprehensive planning, articulating both skill and sharp perception. We lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning.
For long-range comprehensive economic planning. Okay, read one.
Number 1. Both horse and niggers are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state.
In other words, it's rebellious state. Okay, trying to run away, trying to be free, trying to be independent, not dependent, but independent. Okay, they ain't no good. That's why he had to break us. Read on like a horse.
Both must be broken and tied together for orderly production.
Notice when we read, what's that in Hosea, said the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master crib. See, there it is right there. He's telling you, he comparing us with a horse. Do y'all hear that? That's right in the scriptures. Even Esau compares us to an animal, okay, a dumb animal, okay, a rebellious animal. But even a ox and an ass know his master crib, but Israel won't even consider. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Read on.
Number 3. For orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring.
Lord have mercy. Ain't that the same thing today?
Exactly.
Same thing today.
Exactly.
It's the same thing today. Read on.
Number 4. Both must be crossbred to produce a variety and division of labor.
Lord have mercy. We do that for them now. Okay, we ain't supposed to even deal with the other nations. Okay, we ain't supposed to deal with them. Read on.
Number 5. Both must be taught to respond to a particular new language.
Now that's really heavy. That's psychology that right there on the mind. Both must be taught to respond to a particular and what?
New language.
Right. Because this ain't just words that they're actually talking about. Okay, the language that they using in such as the breaking and the fear, the fear tactics, the tying a man to a horse and tarring him, felling him, pulling him apart. Okay, whipping him all night long, hanging him in the tree. There's all types of the new language how they got across to our people. That's the language that they use to get across to us, because a lot of us, you got to understand, we didn't speak their language, okay? So they had to have a way to get into our heads, okay?
Right. And the video just showed an example of that, the way he was speaking to him.
Boy,
calling him boy, this, that,
exactly.
this, that, and the third, calling him a nigger, just making him
feel low.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Talking down to him like he's nothing.
Right.
You begin to internalize that after a while, no matter how hard you try to resist it, unless you understand that your true history is in the Word of God.
Right. That's exactly right. I forget the name of the movie. I just got it, but it's the one, Uncle Tom's Goodbye, Uncle Tom.
Good
okay.
Lord.
Yeah, that's some heavy stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there. They like I said, just calling him a boy. Shave our heads bald, cut our manly beard off our face. You look like an old boy. You're a boy. That's what I'm telling you. That's a whole nother language. Okay. Let's read on verse 6. Did we read 6?
Number 6.
Okay.
Psychological and physical instruction of containment must be created for both.
Must be created for both. Okay. Let's go to the next page. We're not gonna read all of that, brothers and sisters. Get a chance. You can wait a minute. That's I did want that part. I'm glad you showed me that highlighted part. Because what was it mainly about? Right there. Read that right there.
Keep the body and take the mind.
Do what again?
Keep the body and take the mind.
They took the mind. That's what I was saying. They got in the mind. Okay. And in other words, let's see. What's the next page is, let's see. That was 13. All right. We're going to jump to page 18. Read the highlighted part.
We have reversed the relationships.
Remember I was saying earlier about reversing the relationship, not just talking about, we talking about Mother's Day, and Father's Day. Mother's Day come first, we exalt the mother high. Now, don't get me wrong. We love our mothers, okay? We all love our mother. She's one of the first ones that we see and embrace us when we come out of the womb. We need our mothers, okay? But we also need our fathers too, okay? Because that's the beginning of a start of a nation, no matter what, okay? So they have reversed the relationships. Okay. Read on. Let's see. Drop down to the bottom.
You want the star?
Yes.
We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bull-whipping the other to the point of death.
Okay. No, not that star. Drop down to the bottom. Sorry. That star down there. I didn't see that. I need to highlight that up there later. Drop down to the bottom. Keep going.
Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychological independent.
There again, as well. Right. That's a part of reversing the roles, making her independent, not dependent on her husband, her Lord, okay, her leader, okay, but making her independent. All right. Read on.
What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man.
Go on to the next one. To the next page. You got the nigger woman. What you call me, Locking? I'm just messing with you.
The nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared.
That's right. That's what it says. And what?
This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economics.
Sound sleep and economics. Putting you to sleep, brothers and sisters, but for their economics and keeping you asleep, okay?
They said they ain't no threat.
Right. Not at all. Read on what it say.
Before the breaking process, we had to be alert and on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly.
Oh, Lord. They thought they could sleep soundly before Nat Turner run up in there, didn't he? Read on.
For out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us.
Wow. She does what?
Stands guard for us.
She's for them now. She ain't with us. She ain't with her husband. The nation is done without the woman. We need a woman now. Don't fool yourself. But now she stands guard for them. She's confederate with them. That's all a part of the plan, okay? When we came over here, that was part of the making of a slave, okay? That's what happened to all those architects and all those great people that we read about. That's what happened to them. Go to the next page. Let's see. Yeah, go to the next page where that's verse page 20. No, that's 28. That's it. All praise. So right there, continually
through the breaking of uncivilized savage niggers, by throwing the nigger female savage into a frozen psychological state of independency, by killing the protective male image, and by
killing the male image. Today, same thing. Killing the black male image. Read on.
And by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever.
Meaning it's continually. But, they said what? Read this.
Unless a phenomenon occurs.
What is this phenomenon? This right here. This is the phenomenon right here. This is what's tearing up the nations right now as we speak. It's tearing them up. Because it's unfolding everything that they twisted and turned to put us in this state that we were in. It's unfolding now. This is the phenomenon. Read on. The phenomenon what? Unless a phenomenon what?
Occurs and reshifts the positions of the male and female savages.
Notice it starts with the male, then the female savages. It shifts the position of the male and female savages. It puts them right back in order.
Okay. About Cap.
Yeah.
And we know it's talking about the Bible because can I get one script real
quick?
Yeah. That's how we know it's talking about the Bible, because when you read the Bible, the man first give me that in Corinthians 11. I ain't gonna hold you up, Cap.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3.
This is how we know it's talking about the Bible.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Read on.
Every man praying or prophesying.
Now jump down to what's that, 7?
Verse
8.
8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Read on.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
So basically, that's showing you that that's what they're talking about.
Right.
They knew that.
Right.
They knew that this would reshift those positions between the male and the female. That's and they basically falling on their own tongue.
Right. That's exactly right.
That's it, Captain.
That's exactly right. So let's see. Let's flip to the next page. This is the last page that we're going to hit right here in The Making of a Slave, Willie Lynch, The Making of a Slave. Okay. Let's see. What page is that? I'm looking for page, let's see. Being without influence of the nigger male image. Okay. We already understand that. Oh, that's what the point I want to make on this. Let them put that over there. I want to make this out. So we're talking about the nation of Israel, the greatest nation. What happened to us? One of the main keys that they used was this right here, is to destroy the Negro marriage unit, okay? Which in line, we're not going to read all the way through it, but just what I highlighted, being without the influence of the nigger male image, okay? That plays a big part in the marriage unit right there itself, okay? Let's go to the next page, 26, just the highlighted part, okay? That right there. So this is why, I don't care how close you think you get to the other nations, to your enemies. God say they're your enemies, not your friends. He said they're your enemies, okay? Because I'm gonna show you how they're your enemies. Because if they're your friends, you'll see totally opposite what we're getting ready to read now. Post that over there and read that.
For example, you take a slave. If you teach him all about your language.
Wait a minute. He said if. He didn't say teach him. He said no. If you teach him all about language. Read on. About your language. I'm sorry.
Your language. He will know all your secrets.
Oh, boy. He will know all your secrets. Y'all know how you go in the courthouse or law. You got to get a lawyer. Some of them books and them words and stuff they say, you don't know what the hell they saying. Some of the words you can't even know what they say. That's why you had to get a lawyer to represent you, okay? Because they don't want you to know their language because it's conniving. It's crafty, okay? It's subtle, okay? It's all about their economics. Don't fool yourself, okay? Is it needed? Yes, because the Most High wants to obey the laws of the land, okay? Because that's why we're here in captivity, all right? So read on.
And he is then no more a slave.
Oh, boy, he ain't no more slave if he rolling with you. That's a friend then, am I right? But didn't God call Abraham a friend? Right, because he let Abraham know things that nobody else knew. The other nations did not know. Okay, and that's the way it should be with us. Most High gave this word only for us, okay, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. These laws were only made for us, all right? Read on. We're almost done with this.
For you can't fool him any longer, and having a fool is one of the basic ingredients of an incident to the making of the slavery system.
Of the making of the slavery system. And you in that system, even still today. Brothers and sisters, listen, if you got kids in these schools, they in a part of the making of this slavery system. If you can homeschool your kids, whatever sacrifice you have to make, please do it. I had to do it myself, okay? Bishop Nathaniel brought out the importance of teaching and training our own kids up, and all praise to the Most High. My wife, being a wife, came and continued to acknowledge that to me as well. And I heard her. I thought about it, okay? And I went and sought the Lord, and the Lord gave me answer. And when the Lord gave me answer, I went and me and the wife said, you know what? I agree. Let's agree together. And we made that thing happen. You can do the same thing, okay? You can do the same thing, all right? So now that was the Willie Lynch letter, the making of a slave, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just right quick, show the page of the next book. We're not gonna get into this one, but I just wanted you to see what they did right after they made a good slave. What they do, not that one, it's the other one. I don't even want to say it. I want them to see it. Let's see. Y'all bear with us. There it is right there. After they made a slave, let's say, well, now we got slaves. Now let's do this.
Ooh.
What that say?
How to make a Negro Christian.
There you go right there. Okay. How to make a Negro Christian. All right. Not Christ-like. It said a Negro Christian. Okay. I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, they've been destroying our people. Okay? We got to come back and learn of who we are and keep God's law, statutes, command. We got to repent, brothers and sisters. Okay? Let's move on. All right? So, I got a video. I want to start that. No, before I start that video, bring up that list.
Oh, yeah.
Bring up that list. There we go. We brought this out one time. Let's read it a little bit, Officer Larkin. Let them see that. Let's read that.
List of known African-American inventors, 1845 to 1980.
So we did bring those attributes and gifts of trades or whatever we had that the Most High bestowed upon us, and spiritually and naturally to bring forth even into this land. Okay, there again, our oppressors use it for their economic use. Okay,
benefits.
For their benefits. That's right. All right, read that, Larkin.
So the following pages represent a unique and rare collection of African-American inventors and their inventions dating from 1845 to 1980. This list originates almost entirely, with some exceptions, from the rare list compiled by Mr. Henry Baker in the late 1800s to early 1900s. Mr. Baker was an African-American who worked for the U.S. Patent Office during these early years.
Let's see. We done? Is that it? Where you at? Need to go up?
You want the second verse?
Yeah. Read on down through that. I want to hear this.
During this time, African-Americans had little to no rights. Which obviously made entering into contractual and legal agreements very difficult, if not impossible.
Right. We couldn't get no contracts or legal, substantial. We couldn't get anything legal to hold ground of what we invented and what was going on at that time. Okay, because we was in slavery. We was in captivity. Okay, we was in servitude to our oppressors. Read on.
More than enough laws prevented early African Americans from participating in most legal processes, especially those of contest against white persons concerning ownership, claims, patent infringement, etc.
There it is. That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't get my words right. That's exactly what I was trying to say right there. Okay, we couldn't speak. You'd make something, invent something. He said he did it and take it. We saw that. We spoke about that earlier about the guy that invented. They say Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but the element that went in to make the light bulb, it was a black man that invented that. Okay, young kids, I hope you hear that. They ain't gonna tell you that in the school. They're gonna tell you about Thomas Edison. Okay, where we at? Read on.
Many African-American inventors lost or never gained legal rights to their inventions, and those who were fortunate enough to obtain invention patents, for example, were seldom recognized.
Wow.
Many slaves who were inventors automatically lost rights to their inventions to their slave master.
That's the point I want to make. Lost to their slave masters. So when they lost it to their slave master, what you think a lot of things that we had to resort to? We started resorting to contests, in other words, sports, okay, because we had nothing else going for us, okay, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit, but I know we got about 15 minutes. We're gonna keep rolling, okay. We're gonna get what we can get. All praise the Most High. So let's show some inventions, Larkin.
Yes, sir. We got a few biblical examples too. So
give me some more pictures of we got some pictures we sent. Some things that brothers and sisters don't even realize up in their house, all around them, day in and day out. Like I said, we built America, also. If it wasn't for us, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be in all these other nations, okay? Y'all talking about because it said made in China. You fooling yourself. Yeah, you thought it was made in China. Okay, show them that. Sisters, there you go, right there. Your shampoo headrest, all right? That right there was created by an Israelite, okay? C.O. Bailiff. Okay, Bailiff. Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce it right. It's Bailiff. That's right. He invented that. Okay, y'all wear that thing out this very day. Exactly. Let's move on to the next one. Larkin, hit us up with that one. What they got there?
Yes, sir. That's a street sweeper created by Charles B. Brooks.
Wow.
A black man.
There you go. All right. You see them going up and down the roads that you drive on. All right. Let's go on to the next one.
The rotary engine, created by Andrew J. Beard, another Israelite man.
Lord have mercy. You mean you tell me there's an engine, a rotary engine? Where you think they got the idea from? There it is, from a black man, brothers and sisters. You tell him you touching a lot of this stuff that's around you every day and don't even realize it. Okay, go on to the next one. Oh man, right. The golf tee, the very thing that the golf ball is sitting on, was created by George F. Grant.
Esau enjoyed that.
He enjoyed that thing to the most, boy. You can't tell him nothing. You put a tee in his hand, boy. He swear he is in his heaven right now. Yeah, you can't tell him nothing.
He enjoy a little golf.
He enjoys some golf, though. Oh, Jake be getting out there doing it, especially when Tiger got up and got whooping tail. Now, there's some guys before him, whether y'all realize or not, they ain't been brought up. It was some guys before Tiger Woods out there whooping some tail. I'm telling y'all, I've been doing some research on that thing now. We ain't going to go into it now. But don't fool yourself. Don't think that's the white man's sport. They tell you this was the white man book. No, it ain't. This is our book, okay? This is the black man book, okay? So-called black man book. This is the Israelite book,
That's
okay?
right.
That's what it is. Let's go to the next one.
The ironing board.
Oh, boy, we put that thing to work. We got to get my Sabbath clothes together.
Put them
creases in the pants. You better be in order. That's right. That's right. That ironing board. That's right.
That was created by Sarah Boone, an Israelite woman.
There you go, Sarah Boone, with her Greekish name, but it's all good. We all been there. Let's go on to the next one. Ooh, now you tell me what that is. That's one of my favorite right there. Man, what you talking about? Oh, that's an old guitar by R.F. Flemings. That's right. He created a black man.
So you saying Israel created the guitar?
Hey, I'm be honest with you. It goes all the way back. I just ain't gonna pull the scripture right now, but it goes all the way back to King David. He played the harp. The guitar is a form of a harp, okay? And how he got that was through the Most High giving him the intellect to create musical instruments, okay? And that's in the Bible. There again, the enemy will come and kill, steal, and destroy. Okay, to get and take whatever you have. What you got, like?
That's what they known for.
I got it. Psalms chapter 92, verse 3.
All right.
Bring it out.
Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp, with a solemn sound.
Oh man, yeah. I'm telling you,
sound.
we could. That's the last one we put up, right? The guitar there, was that it? All praise. Go back to that list right quick. All praise the Most High. Brothers and sisters, I hope you learned a little something. I know 2 hours, it go by fast, just a short time. Now, put that over there. Now, just scroll down. We're at the age. Just scroll down. We're going to go all the way down to the page. I want them to see this. This is page 2 of 10. Go on, just scroll. Just keep scrolling. You scroll a little faster than that. Keep on scrolling. Just go on with it. We're in the seed. I just want y'all to see. I can't even call all these out. The razor. Man, I'm telling you, it's all there. Keep going. This is what keep America going right here. Okay? Because of the so-called black man, which is the Israelites that the Bible speak of. Okay? These are the inventors. Keep on scrolling. Keep on rolling. You see all that? I seen an oil stove. I seen a canopy frame.
These just the
I
ones
seen
he
the
could
telephone,
find.
right? The cell phone that you walk around with. Who you think that come invented from? Okay, all right, we can get off that. Go to my video and go to start at 420. We're gonna start at 420. I'm gonna skip through a little bit just for the sake of time. I just want to get some of this in. All right. All praise so.
By the turn of the century, tolerance for integrated sports was waning. Bicycle racing was one of the most popular sports in the country, and Major Taylor was the fastest bicycle rider in the world. For Taylor, racing was exciting and dangerous.
They were racing through a town, and they would go through the main street and then out around the edges of the town, and there were certain groups, and they'd do things like throw broom handles through his spokes, or other riders who would try to bunch up and keep him from getting around them.
Taylor rode on to become the American and two-time world cycling champion before he was outlawed from racing in the U.S. by the League of American Wheelmen.
Pause that. They said, we got to get this nigga out here, man. He killing us. He wearing us out. Okay. At one time we was dominating every sport there was. Okay. We was dominating every sport there was, and to the point where they pushed us right out. Okay, see there again, when we lost a lot of the inventions and the economics and stuff that we didn't get credit for or even get finance for, it was hard for us to make it. Okay, we oppressed, we in captivity, we slaves. You got to understand that. So that's why you see there again, we end up reverting to sports like we do today. A lot of our kids today, they don't get a proper and good education to know that they can be leaders, they can be engineers, they can be all those things that we read out of what our foremothers was that we read about in Babylon and Timbuktu, and they lose hope. And the only thing they think they're good for is just a sports, throwing a ball, shooting a ball, riding a horse, and a lot of times we were forced into those predicaments. But let's go back to a minute 45. I want y'all to see something else. So that was the bike racer. You see, we dominate in bike race till they pushed him out. Okay, what you got right quick?
Hey, Cap, because he was dominated, they forced him out. That's the same thing that they did to us in Egypt.
Right.
Let us deal wisely with them because they're multiplying before they take us over.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
right.
History just repeats
Exactly. Exactly. But then when we go to our own, just like even in baseball, we went to our own, we were filling stadiums up with they was coming out there like they was just getting ready to eat Sunday dinner and they Sunday best. Okay. Decked out, stadium field, raising all type of money. Esau didn't like that. Okay. So they started trying to shut us down. Next thing you know, they wanted to now all of a sudden they want to start trying to integrate with us. Okay. They start want to get with Jackie Robinson. Okay, we'll slide one in, and bring the crowd. They started to realize, man, wait a minute, we can make economics off this thing. Okay, so where we at? We go back to 145. Watch this. I'm going to show you something else. So the bike racing, right? Go on, 145. There we go.
Black people felt that there were two problems with sports. One is that it seemed to be sort of wasting time. You seemed to be not doing any kind of enterprise. It seemed to be moving the race forward. And then, two, was a problem with you're doing this for white people. I mean, the audience for this was mostly white people.
African Americans were in a state of uncertainty. Many who pursued business endeavors faced fierce opposition by whites.
See there?
As black Americans struggled to find their place in society, they put to use skills
you see there?
Learned on the plantation.
Watch this.
A white slave owner who had a lot of slaves would have a number of slaves who were skilled. And a number of these slaves were, of course, groomers and horse trainers.
1875 was the first year of the Run for the Roses, and it showcased the country's best jockeys.
Wow. Look at that.
13 of the 14 jockeys were black.
Black people naturally got involved in sport, dealing with some of the activities they were dealing with on the plantation, horses being one of them.
Well, you take back then, all those jocks come out of riding families. All the grooms come out of grooming families. And all the trainers were handed down. That's the way that went.
So you have black people really dominating a sport like horse racing. And that's how you got a legendary name like Iuic Murphy, who won the Kentucky Derby, I believe, 3 times.
Never even heard of.
Fayette County, Kentucky on New Year's Day. Iuic Murphy was the son of a Union Army soldier who had died in a Confederate prison camp. At age 15, Murphy raced in the first Kentucky Derby. He did not win that day, but his career flourished at a time when black jockeys had few peers.
All right, let's pause that. Go to 545 right quick. I'm just touching and going. Brothers and sisters, like I said, we are the greatest people we are the greatest nation on the face of this earth, okay? We are, brothers and sisters. And I'm just showing you little tidbits of how we ended up where we at in a lot of these, through the oppression. 545, go ahead, play.
Of Anglo-Saxon destiny. America was going to be the most powerful country on earth. It was going to be the new empire. And also it was commonly believed by many white people that black people were going to die out.
America was divided as never before. White America had suffered the prowess of blacks in many sports. But the sport of sports, boxing, was still a white man's domain. The greatest white boxers had always refused to fight blacks.
Y'all hear that?
But now, a new black man was on the scene. He was brash and self-confident, and he could back it up with his fists. His name was Jack Johnson.
Now, we ain't even got to go no further than that. We can stop there. We know we're coming to knuckling up. We know what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Great defensive.
That's enough for that one right there. There again. Go to 7:15 right quick. We winding up, brothers and sisters. We getting ready to wrap it up. 7:15. Go ahead.
Took the title. Burns was in no hurry to fight Johnson either, and he avoided him.
Jack Johnson had chased Tommy Burns to Australia, where a promoter offered Burns $30,000 to fight Johnson. Burns couldn't receive this type of money fighting a white fighter, so he agreed.
On December 26, 1908, Johnson got his chance.
The belief was that blacks physically were hard-headed and weak in the stomach. Now, Jack Johnson realized this, and so he exposed his stomach. And he kept saying, go ahead, hit me, Tommy, hit me, Tommy.
Look at him.
And Burns kept trying, and of course, it was hopeless.
So, that's it. That's it. Jack Johnson knocked that rascal out, and they cut it off just in time before, and the police grabbed him before he hit the mat because they didn't want them to see that all over the world, man. Wow. Jack Johnson wore him out. Championship. Okay. First, I'm telling you, man, it's just astonishing how we had to go in these areas to make money, to make a living, okay? Then they railroad Jack Johnson because he was flaunting. There you go. He went off breaking the laws, dealing with them white women, and next thing you know, they, putting accusations against him, say he was what they call that, trafficking white women, Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you know how Esau do. So listen, brothers and sisters, I hope you enjoyed the class, the Bible Book of Our Fathers. Remember again, the greatest nation on the face of this earth is the Israelites. That's you, okay? So we hope you enjoyed the class. Officer, you want to read that right quick?
Yes, sir. Hey, Cap, real quick. Somebody said in the comment, wait, I want to see him get knocked out.
Yeah, I know, bro. I do too, man. We're posting. You can go back and watch it.
All right. Don't neglect to give alms. For those who would like to give alms, fill out an envelope and place it in the alms box. To give alms online, donate to IUIC Concord via PayPal at iuic.concord.nc@israelunite.org. Also, don't neglect to give to the Booster Club via PayPal at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org.
So, brothers and sisters, that's our time. We appreciate you tuning in. Lord's willing, we see you again next week at the same time, same place. All right. Have a happy Sabbath and shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Happy Sabbath, Israel.
Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless.